Welcome to Movie Dropbox Podcast. Today we're going to be reviewing Scream 6. We actually saw this about a week ago, but we were having some technical issues. But anywho, we just wanted to discuss this movie, and I, for one, liked it a lot. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. And in fact, I think I like it better than Scream 5, which I was never a big fan of the Scream franchise. But Scream 5 actually got me into it and be like, you know what? I kind of like this new direction they're taking it, you know? But anyway, what'd you think of Scream 6?
Yeah, dude, I liked it. It was entertaining. Like, you know, obviously it's not a perfect movie. I don't think I told you when we were in the theater, did I? Like, did I tell you? Like, I was like, I kind of figured out who the killer was.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, I don't know. Scream 5, I kind of figured out who the killer or killers. I won't say if anybody's not seen that one, but yeah, I figured out Scream 5 pretty easily. And this one, I kind of figured it out. And, you know, I even talked to a friend of mine, a coworker, and I called it on, I go, you know what? In the Scream franchise, they always have, you know, one or two killers or whatever in the movies. And I had said something about it, and I'll say a quick spoiler for those that haven't seen it. You can skip like 10 seconds, but I predicted, I'm like, I think they're going to do 3 killers. Oh, yeah? And sure enough, she goes, you're right. And I mean, I just figured, I'm like, they've never done 3. Oh, right? Yeah. But I just feel like it kind of got sloppily executed, but I mean, they still did it. So,
I mean, do you want to go over some of the spoiler stuff? Because I mean,
yeah,
do you want to just skip through the? Let's just say, hey, yeah, you should check it out because people should check it out. It was an entertaining movie.
Oh, and, yeah, no, we don't have to go over spoilers or anything like that. But
we'll say one thing. I'll say one thing that bugged me, and it still bugs me to this day.
Sure.
After watching it, and I keep thinking about it because it just bugs me.
Sure.
I'm not gonna say who it was, and I'm not gonna say other than somebody was stabbed multiple times by 2 people at the same time, and somehow they were still alive. You saw that?
That's everybody says this too in the reviews, but
they said that too.
Apparently, being stabbed in the gut means nothing in this franchise. You survive, you know, or the chest, or
but
it doesn't matter.
But he wasn't stabbed once. He was stabbed multiple times.
A million times. Oh, yeah.
2 people at the same time.
Exactly what you're talking
about. They were holding
him,
and they were like...
They're just like, dude, what is going on? But
and somehow, oh man, wait, he's still alive. I was like, oh. All right, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, those are like... There's a few pet peeves that I have about this franchise. And I mean, of course, these are just meant to be fun, tongue-in-cheek, you know, things, but...
No, like I said, it's just, it's a fun movie to go check out.
Yeah. I'm never going to grade movies. I just recommend or, you know,
and I
won't talk about it at all. Like, yeah. But like, so the 3 things that like, I guess it's always kind of bugged me with the franchise in general is like, no one can shoot for the life of them. Like, they shoot and they miss. Like, not even, like, skin them, nothing. Not even right next to them. No, they completely miss, like, every time. That's one.
Except when the movie's about to end.
When it's a kill shot, yeah.
It's a headshot.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And it's always.
And then the other thing is the body count.
The body count was crazy on this one. It was cool.
I wrote it down as it was too low, but you know what? There actually was a good amount. Thinking about it again, it felt like it wasn't enough, but it was good.
No, it was a good amount on this one.
It's the Scream franchise where, are they dead? Are they dead? It's like, oh, come on. You know what I mean? Not everybody. This is a horror movie, okay? People need to die, okay?
Well, yeah, me and Rudd were discussing this the other day about horror movies. Necessarily horror movies, should they have happy endings? Because it's a horror movie. It's supposed to have a horrific...
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I think the Screams are... They're I'm not gonna knock them because I'm actually finally into them. Like I was never huge when it first came out. People were like, live by these or swore by them, but for me, I was like, whatever.
No,
but
you know what,
now
dude?
that I'm like kind of into them, like I guess that you look past it. You're there for fun.
The first one is awesome. The first one is
First one's awesome.
still really good. I really like the second one too. The second one was cool too.
Yeah.
And then
third
again,
one fell off for me. Yeah, and then the fourth, I never even bothered.
Really?
Up until I saw the fifth.
The fourth one's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Fourth one's good. And then the fifth was fine. Like for restarting it and going in a different direction. That's fine.
I really like the fifth one.
And again, I kind of don't. It's still bugs me that, you know about the fifth.
Yeah.
The fifth perfectly set up who should have been the killer in the sixth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who it should have been, right?
Yeah.
Because that person's going nuts. Let's.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So
Yeah. It's
as long as we're aware that person should be the next killer.
I think they're teasing it, but I don't know if they're gonna have the guts to pull it off. I think they're just gonna be like, it's will they, won't they?
Nah, they
unless they do like Scream 7 or Scream 8, and they're like, oh, guess what? They finally snapped or something. But anyway,
they're not gonna do that.
Yeah,
if they didn't kill off that character who was stabbed multiple times, they're not gonna do that, dude.
There you go. What I was gonna say about it too is like, so they have their core 4, right, or whatever, in the movie.
Yeah, the core 4
is what they call it, but it's like, it felt like Mindy, the one that plays Mindy. So for whatever reason, I found her kind of annoying in the fifth one. People are like, "Oh, I love her. She's the movie buff." But I found her kind of annoying. This one, she was like a lot less like I was like, okay, she's pretty cool, but she had really, other than like explaining the story, she didn't really like have much in the film. Am I wrong on that? Or
you mean she wasn't?
I feel like she didn't have it.
No,
she
wasn't there as much as she was in the other. She wasn't as much as she was in the fifth one. It seems like she was more involved in the fifth one than in this one. She was, other than the subway scene. That was really it. And here's the thing about that. That's pretty funny. Somebody gets stabbed, right, in the stomach or in the back. And then at the end of the movie, they're all happy and walking around like nothing happened.
Oh, yeah.
They were just stabbed moments ago.
Scream franchise.
And it's like, oh, it's all right, though.
You know what's cool about this, though, is these movies...
like I said...
Oh, the fifth one?
Yeah.
I was going to say the fifth one and this one, the sixth, were written by James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick. So the same writers.
Oh, I thought you said James Vanderbeek. I was like,
Vanderbilt, sorry.
Dawson's Creek?
No, James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick. Sorry, I messed up.
Oh,
but yeah, pretty much the same cast, except they added new people in.
To kill?
Yeah, pretty much, essentially, right? They have like... So other than the obvious people that they brought back, Courtney Cox, Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Jasmine Savoy Brown as Mindy, Mason Gooding as Chad. They brought Chad Champion as Ethan Landry. They brought Liana Liberato as Quinn Bailey, Dermot Mulroney as Detective Bailey, Josh Segata as Danny Brackett, who's the guy from Arrow I keep telling you about.
I don't remember him, dude. I really
He's coming out of more stuff, so that's kind of cool to see, actually. I'm actually rooting for that guy. He seems like a cool dude. Yeah, I like him as an actor.
Okay.
And then Hayden Panettiere came back as Kirby, who's a fan favorite.
Yeah, she was.
And then, and then, so these two, Tony Revolori as Jason Carvey and Samara Weaving as Laura Crane. So they brought them in.
Weaving.
Yeah. They brought them in, man, and I feel like I need to talk about this. So again, this is spoilerish, but not really. So I feel like she could have been perfect. If not for this movie, then she can be set up for the next movie, since nobody dies apparently in these movies. they say it in the stories, but then again, there's another person that supposedly dies, but they're not really dead. So she kind of looks like one of the actresses from Part 5, Samara Weaving. So I'm thinking you bring her back, but you don't reveal it to the end. What I say is they killed her sister in Part 5, which is Chad's girlfriend. So since she looks like her that girl, she could be her sister, and she's a professor, and like this is kind of the thing that like makes her snap. And so she blames like the core four or whatever, mainly like the Carpenter sisters, and say like, oh, this is all your fault. Like you took my sister and then I was a victim, but I survived. And like, now I'm going to like make sure this all ends. Like people are going to die because of you guys and it's never going to stop. So I feel like that'd be cool. Or, again, this is a theory that you came up with, which I thought was cool. And if they do it, it'd be
They're
pretty
not
awesome.
gonna do it. I wouldn't even. Don't even reveal it. Don't even talk about that.
No. Okay.
No, because I was talking to somebody about it, and I was like, that seems like too much of a good story to. They're not gonna do it, so why even? I don't want to.
Let's save it for ourselves.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that idea. Actually, let's save that, man. I like that.
Because when I saw the commercial for this one originally, that's what I thought was going on, and then they did this, and I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah,
it's still good, but it's just not.
Yeah, what I was gonna say though is like the set piece of like I called it like the Bat Cave or like I guess I don't know where they have the shrine.
Oh yeah,
like it was a great backdrop, but wasted. I feel like it was wasted. It could have been so much better, dude. Personally, I don't know. Again, I really like the movie, but I just feel like it's kind of wasted.
Nah, dude, you know what? Now we're just nitpicking, honestly. You know what? Everyone just go watch the movie. Yeah, we're just nitpicking.
Sorry, look, I'm not trying to bash the movie, man. I love the movie.
Yeah, don't
I love
bash
the characters.
Movie. Don't bash the movie, really.
No. I'm slowly turning into them, yeah. You don't want to be like those other YouTubers that just bash everything. Dude, I love this movie, actually. Honestly, I really, really liked it.
All right, I'm going to disagree with you. I didn't love it, but I did like it. But I liked it enough to say, hey, you should go watch it.
No, I actually loved it.
Okay, great.
I actually loved it. I love the fifth, and I love this one.
You love the
so
fifth?
Much that I went back and watched and so much that I went back and watched the fourth because I had never seen it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I feel like a lot of nostalgia attached to that one, that people love it that much. Because when I watched it, I'm like, I didn't think it was that great. I thought it was cool, but yeah.
Oh, I like the fourth one actually a lot too. I thought the fourth one was good too. That's the one with
Kirby.
With Kirby, and then with Sydney's cousin, right? With Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the I don't know. People have already seen it, but the scene where they reveal who the killers are, and then like they basically do what they did in the first one, where she kills her partner. I thought that was cool. Like I was like, oh, there we go. Yeah, see. But it seems like that's funny because so in the first one, the dude stabs his partner. In the second one, the mom shoots her partner. The third one's the only one that had only one killer. And again, not the not the best one. Yeah, but it went back. It's still watchable, but it's not.
Yeah, I will say this franchise, they're all very, very watchable.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the Jason franchise. It took me a long time to like get through it and like realize like how cool it was. But there's a lot of like schlock, a lot of like cheesiness to them. But there's a lot of story problems as a franchise. But these they're pretty solid, man.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
The cheese is meant to be there. Yeah, the cheese is meant to be there. All the goofiness and stuff. It's all meant to be there. Like that's why this movie can get away with so much. That's why I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. And like I said, they're all good. You should watch.
Yeah.
Watch this one.
Mm-hmm.
Go support. Go support these movies. Go support horror movies.
Oh yeah, man. Which they also show the trailer for Evil Dead Rise, so we'll have to check that one out for sure.
Well, of course, dude. I mean, I'm pretty much prepared for that already. If you can see.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Nice. What'd you think of that subway scene? I meant to ask.
They went to Subway at one point.
No, when they're in a subway.
Well, technically, if they were getting sandwiches, they would still be inside of a Subway, wouldn't they?
Oh, that would have been great, dude.
What did you think of the Subway scene? I don't remember them buying Subway anywhere. They were buying
they got
sandwiches.
A meatball and,
who got the
turkey
meatball?
on the right.
Yeah. The Subway scene was really good.
Dude, I don't know if you realize, I was actually tensing up when I was watching it. Like, usually movies don't get me tense, but that scene got me pretty tense. I was like tensing up my hands. I was like, what am I doing? When I realized, I realized I was doing it, like, I've never done this for, or like maybe once or twice. And I was like, huh, they did a good job, obviously, because I've never tensed up in a movie.
Yeah.
Just because of the suspense it's building up, you know?
No, that was my favorite part. That was one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Was definitely the Subway scene. I thought the scene in the alley where they're on the ladder was pretty funny though.
And that's what I was going to bring up next. Actually, it's funny you bring that up because like it looks high, and then when you see something happen, there's a kill. It's actually you're supposed to be like, oh man, that's brutal, dude. I thought it was hilarious, dude. I laughed because I'm like, dude, it didn't look that high. And the way it happened, you know?
I thought what was funny about, not to bring it up, about that movie, I think the most realistic scene to me was the scene inside the liquor store.
Dude, that scene was great, man. I almost wish they didn't show it in the trailer, but...
Yeah, because that was so cool. I was like, this guy doesn't care. I picked up a gun. That's when you know he's lost. To say, I'm sure people love the Drew Barrymore intro and they love the other ones. To me, this was the best intro. Like the beginning of the movie. That was a cool intro. Yeah.
Because it throws you for a loop, cool. And then who gives an F about the movies?
Yeah,
it's like when it cuts to
that's just funny.
But you know what?
Yeah, because of what the guy says.
Part 5 and part 6, neither one has a stab reference in the beginning, like a little fake trailer. They're just like, nah, just get to it.
Well, I mean...
Which I'm glad they kind of skipped. Like, it was cool because that was Wes Craven's thing, and I kind of like, okay, let's move on from that. Because it's still Wes Craven-esque.
No, because they still mention... They still mention stab a lot.
I mean, the whole franchise...
It's still part of the...
I mean, the
still
whole
part of the lore. Stab is still there. Yeah.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is the whole shrine is actually all for Stab and Stu. You know what I mean? So it was both like intertwined. It was kind of cool. Can I just say though, a really hilarious scene that I don't think was meant to be hilarious, and everybody laughs. I'm guaranteeing that everybody's laughing at this. Is at the end when. When Sam ran at the Ghostface, because she has no bullets, and then the Ghostface comes running at her, and then they combine and they fall.
And they just fall?
I'm like, what? They're like, ah! They just went into each other. Boom! Yeah. It's like, what was that for? I just laughed. But you know, again, it was a great movie. They really know how to throw you off and say, wait, was it this person? Was it not? I don't know. Maybe. Kind of like Hunter the Hungry.
I don't know.
Which you should check out that review, by the way. Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. Anywho.
Oh yeah, by the way, this episode is sponsored by that episode.
There you go.
Go watch that episode.
There you go.
This episode is brought to you by whatever episode that is.
Episode Popstar.
The Popstar.
And then one last thing that made me laugh. Again, you know, there's things that are meant to be goofy and funny, but this was in the trailers, and like, I don't think it was meant to be hilarious, but to me it was funny because that's the way I think. But they showed two Ghostface and they cleaned their knives at the same time, and it just made me think of the capoeira from Bust a Groove. But they did everything in sync as they danced. I was like, that's kind of cheesy, but hilarious to me. But anywho,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, my advice is for people to, if they're wondering to check it out, I know you've heard all the hype, check it out. Watch it twice so that they fast track the next one, which supposedly they're going to start filming this year. So I don't know. We'll see.
I'm going to watch it again as well, but sometime around Halloween.
There you go. Nice. All right, man. So that'll do it for us. Scream 6. Awesome movie. Check it out. And support the movie theater. That's the most important thing. But you know,
only ones
AMC is
that
a whole
don't
other...
charge you. Only don't. What are you doing? Don't mention any theater names. Just say this.
Okay,
support movie theaters, but just don't support the ones that are charging you different prices per seating, because that's just
there
dumb.
you go.
That's just stupid.
That's just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not even gonna promote them at all.
Whoever that is.
But yeah, dude.
Whoever that is.
Yeah, whoever that may be.
Whoever that may be, you know, with a really stupid idea, like, oh, we're gonna charge you by where you're gonna sit.
What are you doing?
Don't be stupid.
Come on, man. That's not right.
Don't be stupid.
That's messed up.
Come on.
But
it's hard enough. What are you trying to make people not go to the movies?
Yeah, but I still say support the movies, the right ones. Yeah, check out Scream 6 and let us know what you think of the movie. Feel free to comment down below. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And that'll do it. So we'll catch you next time.
All right.
Movie Dropbox podcast. All right, man.
All right.